Good evening. This is Akashvani. I am Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi participates in Mazdooron Ka Hit Mazdooron Ko Samarpit program via video conferencing. Says his government's goal is to empower workers to make them contribute for a prosperous India. Madhya Pradesh government expanded with the induction of 28 ministers. Army Chief General Manoj Pande reviews ground situation in Rajouri-Poonch sector in the wake of last week's terrorist attack on army vehicles. External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar reaches Moscow on a 5-day visit to Russia. Christmas being celebrated at home and abroad. And in cricket, India to take on South Africa in first test of Freedom Trophy series in Centurion, South Africa tomorrow. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that for him the 4 biggest castes in the country are the poor, the youth, women and the farmers. Mr. Modi was virtually addressing the Mazdooron Ka Hit Mazdooron Ko Samarpit program, organised on the payment of dues pending for 30 years to the workers of Hukumchand Mill of Indore today. The Prime Minister said his government's goal is to empower workers to make them capable of contributing to a prosperous India. He said service to the poor and the dignity of the underprivileged is the biggest priority.
मेरे लिए देश में 4 जातियां सबसे बड़ी है। ये मेरी 4 जातियां हैं, मेरा गरीब, मेरा युवा, मेरी माताएं बहनें महिलाएं और मेरे किसान भाई बहन। मध्य प्रदेश की सरकार ने गरीबों का जीवन बदलने के लिए महत्वपूर्ण कदम उठाए हैं। गरीबों की सेवा, श्रमिकों का सम्मान और वंचितों को मान हमारी प्राथमिकता है।
On behalf of the Prime Minister, Chief Minister Dr. Mohan Yadav handed over a cheque of 224 crore rupees to the workers. More than 5,000 labourers and their families will benefit from this initiative. Mr. Modi also virtually inaugurated a 220-acre solar power plant built at a cost of 308 crore rupees. This will save 4 crore rupees every month on the electricity bill. In his address, the Prime Minister said the state government is working rapidly to fulfill the Sankalp Patra of the government and its guarantee. The Prime Minister appealed to people to take advantage of all the government schemes by joining the Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said good governance means being service-centric rather than power-centric. Addressing after launching the first series of collected works of Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya in New Delhi today, the Prime Minister said his government is striving to realize the dreams and aspirations of Madan Mohan Malviya, former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee and every freedom fighter by giving emphasis on good governance. He added that good governance is when policies are made with clear intention and sensitivity and every deserving person gets his due without any discrimination. Mr. Modi acknowledged the work of the team behind the collected works of Madan Mohan Malviya and congratulated the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting Mahamana Malviya mission on the occasion.
ये संपूर्ण वाङ्मय महामना के विचारों से, आदर्शों से, उनके जीवन से हमारी युवा पीढ़ी को और हमारी आने वाली पीढ़ी को परिचित कराने का एक सशक्त माध्यम बनेगा। इसके जरिए भारत के स्वतंत्रता संग्राम और तत्कालीन इतिहास को जानने समझने का एक द्वार खुलेगा। खासकर रिसर्च स्कॉलर्स के लिए, इतिहास और राजनीति विज्ञान के छात्रों के लिए ये वाङ्मय किसी बौद्धिक खजाने से कम नहीं है।
The Prime Minister remarked that the principle of good governance has become the identity of the present government, where citizens need not run from pillar to post for basic facilities. In Madhya Pradesh, the Dr. Mohan Yadav government was expanded with the induction of 28 ministers today. Governor Mangubhai Patel administered the oath of office to these ministers. They include 18 cabinet ministers, 6 ministers of state, independent charge, and 4 state ministers. Cabinet ministers include Kailash Vijayvargiya and Prahlad Singh Patel. The Ministry of Tribal Affairs has initiated an information, education and communication campaign on Pradhan Mantri Janjati Adivasi Nyay Maha Abhiyan from today. The campaign is meant to raise awareness and ensure 100% saturation of government schemes in particularly vulnerable tribal groups, PVTG majority tribal habitations. The campaign aims to reach out to 22,000 PVTG tribal habitations in 200 districts across the country. The ministry said this initiative will ensure to cover every vulnerable tribal group's household that has remained unreached because of distance, lack of road and digital connectivity, and will provide facilities at their doorstep. The ministry added that during the campaign period, Aadhaar card, community certificate and Jan Dhan accounts will be provided, which is required for Ayushman card, PM Kisan Samman Nidhi and Kisan credit card. The Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra is garnering an overwhelming response across the country. Under the Yatra, the information, education and communication vans with the aim to disseminate information about the central government's flagship schemes are traversing every nook and corner of the country. In Haryana, Chief Minister Manohar Lal has integrated this Yatra with Jan Samvad, facilitating on-the-spot resolution of people's issues. Health checkups are also being conducted during the Yatra. More than 280,000 people have been screened for tuberculosis till Monday during the Yatra. More from our correspondent.
In Haryana, till now, around 20 lakh people have participated in the Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra so far. Popular among people as Modi ki guarantee, the Yatra is giving benefit of various welfare schemes of the state and central government on the spot. In Naya Gaon of Panchkula, Mehboob, a beneficiary of Pradhan Mantri Ayushman Yojana, told,
मेरा नाम महबूब है। पिछले 1 साल से डायलिसिस हो रहा है। पहले बहुत धक्के खाए, हमें पता नहीं था कि क्या होता है आयुष्मान में। फिर हमें बताया लोगों ने, तो हमने अप्लाई करा। अकेला कमाने वाला था, काम से बैठ गया था मैं, और ये जब से हम अपना आयुष्मान बनवाया, परिवार को बहुत फायदा हुआ है। सरकार ने जो ये काम करा है आयुष्मान का, ये बहुत अच्छा काम करा है।
In the camps organized during the Yatra, Ayushman cards have been issued to the thousands of people. Aadhaar cards have been updated, besides registering the people for various welfare schemes. Ashwini Kumar Sharma, Akashvani News, Chandigarh.
In Jammu and Kashmir, the Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra IEC van today traversed through the panchayats of Sasalkot, Deria, Swani and Dhangri Upper Panchayat of Dungi, Rajouri and Dhangri block of Rajouri district. On the occasion, various beneficiaries shared their progressive stories under Meri Kahani Meri Zubani and thanked the government for launching the benefit-oriented schemes for the common masses. Addressing the Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra in Yanam, Puducherry today, Union Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, Dr. L. Murugan, today said the Modi guarantee vehicles are travelling across the country to involve the people in this process. He informed that nearly 33,000 people in Yanam have received Ayushman Bharat health cards so far. Union Health Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia today virtually launched MedTech Mitra, a strategic initiative to empower MedTech innovators and advance healthcare solutions. He said it will be a game changer for Indian MedTech industry and facilitate indigenous development of affordable quality MedTech devices and diagnostics. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. Mandavia stated that the medical devices sector is an integral constituent of India's healthcare sector. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Army Chief General Manoj Pande today reviewed the ground situation in the Rajouri-Poonch sector in the aftermath of a terrorist attack on 2 army vehicles last week. He was briefed by the senior army brass there about the ongoing counter-terrorist operations and steps taken to further strengthen the security grid. The army chief, soon after arrival in Jammu, left for Poonch to review the situation. The chief of the army staff also interacted with commanders on ground and exhorted them to conduct the operations in the most professional manner. A youth delegation from Jammu and Kashmir attending the program Vatan Ko Jano today called on President Draupadi Murmu at Rashtrapati Bhavan. The purpose of the program is to make the youth aware of the country's art, culture, civilization and development work taking place in the country. Addressing the delegation, President Murmu noted that after the removal of Article 370, there has been unprecedented progress in Jammu and Kashmir. Good Governance Day is being celebrated today on the birth anniversary of former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. The day is celebrated on the 25th of December every year to foster awareness among the people of the country about accountability in governance and government. President Draupadi Murmu, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar and Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid floral tributes at Sadaiv Atal Memorial in New Delhi. Former President Ramnath Kovind, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla, Rajya Sabha Deputy Chairman Harivansh, BJP National President JP Nadda and others paid their respects by offering floral tributes on the occasion. Christmas is being celebrated across the globe today. Christians all over the world celebrate Christmas to mark the birth of Jesus Christ. On the occasion, people decorate their houses by putting up Christmas trees, illuminated paper stars, holly wreaths, and exchange gifts. In Mizoram, Christmas is being celebrated with religious fervour and solemnity. More from our correspondent.
The sounds of Christmas reverberated through all nooks and corners of Mizo Hills as people gathered at churches to welcome the birth of Jesus Christ. All shops have been shut and the roads look empty as public transportation came to a grinding halt. Christmas is one such occasion where all the people are engaged in church activities. Christmas is celebrated for 2 days with community feast. Roy will be taking place tomorrow. Gimgante, Akashvani News, Aizawl.
President Draupadi Murmu, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have greeted the people on the occasion. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said India's youth are the most important partners in the country's development journey. Addressing the members of the Christian community on the occasion of Christmas at his residence in New Delhi, Mr. Modi said the government is moving forward with an aim to create a developed India by 2047.
2047 तक विकसित भारत बनाने का जो लक्ष्य है, इस लक्ष्य के साथ हम अपनी विकास यात्रा को तेज गति से आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं, लगातार कोशिश कर रहे हैं। इस विकास यात्रा में हमारे सबसे महत्वपूर्ण साथी अगर कोई हैं तो वो हमारे युवा है। निरंतर विकास के लिए ये बहुत आवश्यक है कि हमारे युवा फिजिकली, मेंटली और इमोशनली फिट और हेल्दी रहे।
The Prime Minister said the government believes in the mantra of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas, Sabka Prayas. He said the government has been ensuring that development reaches everyone. The Pope has called for an end to the war in Gaza and for the freeing of Israeli hostages held by Hamas. In his traditional Christmas Day message, Pope Francis also called for more aid to Gaza in order to solve a desperate humanitarian situation. External Affairs Minister Dr. S Jaishankar has reached Moscow on a 5-day visit to Russia. During his visit, he will meet Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Industry and Trade of Russia, Denis Manturov, to discuss matters related to economic engagement. Dr. Jaishankar will also meet his counterpart Sergei Lavrov for discussion on bilateral, multilateral and international issues. The External Affairs Ministry said during the visit the focus will be on the strong people-to-people and cultural ties between the two countries. The ministry said the India-Russia partnership has remained stable and resilient and continues to be characterized by the spirit of the special and privileged strategic partnership. In men's cricket, India will take on South Africa in the first test of the two-match series of Freedom Trophy 2023-24 tomorrow at Supersport Park in Centurion, South Africa. The match is scheduled to begin at 1:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. The second test will be played from the 3rd of next month at Cape Town, Newlands. The Indian Meteorological Department has forecast dense to very dense fog conditions likely to continue in the morning hours over Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi and Uttar Pradesh during the next 3 days. And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi participates in Mazdooron Ka Hit Mazdooron Ko Samarpit program via video conferencing, says his government's goal is to empower workers to make them contribute for a prosperous India. Madhya Pradesh government expanded with the induction of 28 ministers. Army Chief General Manoj Pande reviews ground situation in Rajouri-Poonch sector in the wake of last week's terrorist attack on army vehicles. External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar reaches Moscow on a 5-day visit to Russia. Christmas being celebrated at home and abroad. And in cricket, India to take on South Africa in first test of Freedom Trophy series in Centurion, South Africa tomorrow. That is all in the news at 9. Good night.